What's up, friends? Welcome back to 93 Quarters, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. So happy to have you here. I'm Krissa, and let's just get right into this. I'm really excited. This is how your person's currently feeling about you. This can be somebody you already know, someone you don't know yet, someone you've been manifesting, or someone that you're with or not with, that kind of thing. I wanted to keep this pretty open as far as whether you know them, don't know them, with them, not with them yet, that sort of thing, so that anyone who is thinking about love or wanting to be in love, that sort of energy, can tap into this video. So with that being said, as far as how this is going to go, you're going to start off by having an energy check in the beginning of your reading so that you can see if that's the right group for you. If not, go ahead and pick another one. If you find that you aren't finding messages there, if it's not resonating, you may not have a message here for you today, and that's totally fine. Maybe you'll find one in the next one. Also, I did have it where I drew the cards where this is you, this is your person. Feel free to flip-flop the energies if you find that it's better that way, or it's hitting you better or fitting you better that way. Please go ahead and do so. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. And if we have time, I will do an extended, but we'll see how long the reading goes. I'll let you know at the end. So, without further ado, let's get into the group selections, shall we? We have 4 groups for you today to choose from. So, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So, I have group number 1. We have the clear quartz heart with this cute guy, baby Hercules and Pegasus. So, that's group 1. Group 2, we have the Starfish flower agate, and there's Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. In group 3, we have Belle and this Rhodonite moon. So sorry. And in group 4, we have, oh my gosh, Prince Phillip and his horse, and this Lepidolite heart. So go ahead and feel free to pause the video here so that you can take all the time you need to make your selection, and I will drop the timestamps down below and see what you're reading. What's up, group 1? If you chose this clear quartz heart and Hercules and Pegasus, welcome to your reading. We're going to pop your crystal right over here so you can still see it, and I'll reveal this to you in just a second. It's part of your reading, part of your energy check, but we're going to go ahead and get into your energy check right now. In case you skipped the intro, this energy check is just so that you can see if this is the right group for you. This is going to be you and your person, and then also the energy of your connection. So if you find that this is not resonating, you can go ahead and pick another group. Also, feel free to flip-flop the energies in case you find that you are more in your person's energy and your person is your energy. Please go ahead and feel free to flip-flop if that feels like it's the right fit for you. Please go ahead and do that. By all means, if you find that you're mirroring each other, that also makes sense as well. Totally normal. But without further ado, let's just get into this. So we have number 12, unicorn, representing you. You're on this side. We also have number 9, the hunter. I like that you're similar, like the unicorn and the horse, you know. We also have engineer, so the light attributes. ability to give, creative energy, a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas, and the shadow, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. Okay, and then on your person side, we have number 16, Gallows, and 36, the Forest. Wow. The Hunter and the Forest. I like that a lot. Okay, and Lover. Please focus, camera. Light attributes: great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone, or something. Shadow, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Okay. And then you got a bonus card of this one. I only wanted one, but you ended up getting a bonus. So, lucky you. Let's make some space, shall we? So, you have, let's reveal this card here. Your card that you selected is number 35, Anchor. Balance, stability, security. And this represents the energy of your connection. And you also have number 1, first chakra. The energy of the root chakra supports our sense of safety in a physical world and reminds us to enjoy our physical bodies. Okay, and your bonus is 12 birds, disagreement, mistake, stress. So I'm going to go ahead and put that like that. Okay. Can we see everything pretty good? Hold on. I feel like the camera is just not really focused very well. Hopefully this is okay. You guys, tap me in group 1, please, Spirit. You know, I was going to talk about each of you individually, but I really quickly want to talk about the thought that's being brought to my attention right now. My spirit guide is just showing me in Maleficent, the one with Angelina Jolie, the relationship between her and the king. They create this sense of safety and security within one another, and there's this deep bond of trust in the beginning, of course, and you know, he goes and betrays that trust, right? But and that's why this mistake and disagreement and the stress is here. So there is that sense of that maybe, you know, the two of you have had this kind of disagreement where someone broke someone's trust, or there's this sense of like not having that sense of security built up just yet. Now, I don't want you to feel like I mean that it's never going to get there, like in the way that in the movie is like that, where she never trusts him again. It's not that sense at all. I want you to know that it's the sense that that feeling of security and safety and stability and feeling safe and at home with someone like that, creating a bond where you feel so safe and secure, is really important in your relationship, because you do have the first chakra coming up here, and this is coming up really strong before I even go into the two of you here, that I have to bring it up before it goes out of my head. that this first chakra is all about stability, safety, grounding, trust, you know. And then you have it again here with the anchor card, stability, security. And an anchor is just that, you know, somebody who anchors you deep into the ground and keeps you safe and, you know, stuck in the ground, rooted, really. That's something that's really important to the both of you and your relationship. That's the energy of your relationship, that rootedness, that groundedness. And the reason why this birds card, this disagreement, this mistake, and this stress card is coming up is that you need to know that there's an understanding that despite there being any disagreements or mistakes happening in your relationship, that is not going to rock your solid foundation and so your solid security and stability within each other. Because it's like, and I think this song comes up pretty often in my readings, but Bones by Maren Morris, that might be a significant song for you to listen to. When the bones are good, the rest doesn't matter. You know, the glass won't shatter, the glass will shatter, the paint can peel, but the rest is going to be just fine, you know, because you have a solid foundation to build back on upon. So that's important to both of you and both of your relationship and your dynamic. So I'll get back into that energy again, but that's something that I wanted to come up really quickly. But moving forward, let's start with you over here, Hunter. The Hunter Unicorn person here, which is, I had made this you, but feel free to flip-flop, like I said, if you feel like you're more this person and they're more that person. The hunter is definitely somebody who is very focused and determined. You know, when you think of a hunter, they're very skillful and they are not going to come home empty-handed, right? The hunter goes out to hunt and bring home the meal for the family, right? And you're not going to be a good hunter if you come home empty-handed, or you're not going to be a good hunter. Like, what is a hunter who doesn't hunt or who doesn't, you know, bring home the meat, the bacon, essentially? And so thinking about that, the hunter is somebody who is a very accomplished person. So number 9 is all about attainment, fruition, goal attainment. You know, they're someone who's very goal oriented, and they are somebody who, when they set their mind to something, they are going to fulfill that goal, right? And this also makes me think of like the Chariot in tarot, just because there is like a light and dark element here to this card as well, in the sense that there does need to be some balance in this person's life in order to move forward, to be successful. That is very important. You can't be successful if you're not balanced in how you do certain things. So that is something very interesting about this person as well. Being that you're an engineer, the ability to give creative energy, a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. You're somebody who overcomes obstacles, just as the Chariot, what the Chariot talks about, overcoming obstacles, moving forward, success, victory, things like that, right? The unicorn is someone who is also very pure of heart and magical, someone who is healing. And another thing about the unicorn is that the unicorn can often be like taken advantage of, and I say that just because, not because of the card, but just because in Harry Potter, sorry, my voice. In Harry Potter, Voldemort hunts unicorns in order to survive. And, you know, the unicorn's magic is something that's very sought after because it's pure magic and it's healing, it's, you know, divine, and it's just pure magic, and there's nothing like it. And so that's something very unique about you. You're magical, you're healing, you're compassionate towards others, and at that same point, you're someone who is able to do what they say they're going to do. You're able to set a goal and drive home on it. You know, you're not going to just wish for something and then hope it happens. You're going to make it happen. I do feel like you are somebody who, you might even be like, I don't know why, you're like the alpha. That's just what I'm hearing. You're like an alpha. You're not someone who is dominate, like let someone dominate you, if that makes sense. Just because like you're an engineer, you're the unicorn, you're the hunter, you're the one in the driver's seat, you're the one who's going to say, I want this and this, and go and do it. You're not going to let somebody, you know, take control over your life or do for you. I feel like that's the energy in this area here. So with that being said, it could do well for you to, it's like almost like this divine masculine energy, and that doesn't mean that you're male or identify as male or anything like that. It just means that you what's the word, it's like the emperor energy, right? Like that divine masculine energy. You're action oriented, you're goal oriented, you're go-getter, you're going to go do it. You're not passive, you're not sitting and waiting, you know, that sort of energy. You're going to go do it. You're going to, it's like that. Does that make sense? Like I definitely feel like you're not one who believes in that fairy tale princess life where you're going to be sitting and waiting for your prince to come and rescue you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the energy that I'm getting from this side. And it's all about like you taking control of your own life and you doing what you're going to do for yourself. You're not going to wait for somebody to go help you do it. You're going to go do it. You know, that's such like a badass energy, and I love it. Moving to their person. This one is very interesting because it's a balancing act for your dynamic. And I say that because where does the hunter hunt? In the forest, you know? And it's interesting because the gallows, when you think about the gallows, this is about like being very still. You know, you don't have much choice when you're in the gallows. You're being told to go there. You know, you're not the one who, you know, it's not like, oh, I'm going to the gallows because I want to. It's because someone sends you there to die, you know, as punishment, not, you know what I mean? Thinking in the olden day stories. And as a lover, you're, of course, a lover, you know? It's that loving feminine energy. Not to say that masculines aren't loving. They, of course, are. But what I mean to say is it's a balanced energy here. I feel like I always have to point out too that it doesn't matter what you identify as. We only talk about energies here. We are all inclusive on this channel, so it doesn't matter what you identify as. Want to be clear, totally clear. I love everyone here. With the forest, this person is very adventurous. You like the darkness, not gonna lie. Like you find the magic there. The forest is sometimes dark and sometimes light, and in the dark is where you find the most magic. You know, you find like the fairies, and sometimes you find like little creatures, woodland creatures in there. You know, elves and dwarves in the forest. You know, that sort of thing. But this person is, it's a little bit different for me to tap into this side because while this person is all about adventure and, you know, discovering the mystical side of things and magic, and it's really interesting that they love magical things because you are the unicorn, you're pure magic, and that's really what attracts them to you, I think, or vice versa if you find it flipped. This person also has this energy of being kind of stuck with this gallows card. this is also giving me a little bit of Tower energy since it's a 16 as well. Not necessarily meaning that they're going through like a crazy destructive period of their life, but there could be a lot of change going on, a lot of things happening that are throwing them a little bit off, maybe. And with this change, it could be causing them to be a little more selfish during this time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes when we're going through a lot of changes, a lot of transformative things in our life, we need to be more selfish because we need to focus on what's happening in our life and where do we go from here. And I think with the forest coming out on this side, I think they're going through a little bit of a self-discovery as well. And they're getting lost in it, and they're getting to know themselves on a deeper level. And that's very beautiful energy, because when you look at this card, look at how pretty that is. They're seeing like other levels of themselves, like with the rainbow, the other spectrums that they weren't even aware of before. And I think they may even be going through some sort of an awakening of sorts. And I say that because with the gallows, it can be about like trials and tribulations. It could be about making some decisions here that, you know, are very difficult. Like even when you look at the forest card, it looks like there's a path here. And at some point in the path, you're going to come to a crossroads. And I feel like that might be a significant thing for this person, where they might be at a crossroads. And with a lover coming out here, they are definitely somebody who is very passionate and very devoted. They are very loving as well. And being that they are a lover, they are somebody who's going to be wholeheartedly connected into what they're doing. And if they're going to give themselves into a relationship, they're going to make sure that they're right with themselves first. They're not going to just jump right in knowing that they're a mess, because I feel like that's just not them. They're a lover. They're not somebody who's going to wait for someone to fix them. They're somebody who wants to love on other people. While they also enjoy receiving love, don't get me wrong, they are somebody who feels that they need to be giving the love. This is like unbridled appreciation of someone or something. They love to love others. They love to appreciate and show appreciation for other people and care for other people. And I also think that this person is someone who enjoys nurturing the forest, you know, while they're in there. They like to love on the trees. They like to be one in nature. And I think that that's something that is going to help them grow as well while they're on this discovery path to discovery. And you as the hunter may go off into this forest and help them to discover other things in terms of like the energy of your connection. I think that's where you end up really bonding together and feeling safe with one another, because this person is able to be really vulnerable and able to show you so many things and so many sides to themselves, because they feel safe, because you're in that darkness with them. And I'm not saying darkness like, you know, in the depths of desperation or in the depths of what's that word? Or because you're in the depths of depression with them or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's because you're unafraid to go in this dark, unknown area with them and explore, and they don't feel like you're judging them. They don't feel like, you know, you're looking at them like, what are you doing? Like they feel safe, and they feel like they can be their authentic self, their true self with you and around you. So I think that's what really opens up everything in your relationship and allows that trust and that stability and that comfort to come through in your relationship. And that's a really beautiful feeling. That's a really beautiful energy coming out here in your relationship between the two of you. It just feels like a really strong, safe place where you feel safe with one another, where you feel like you feel safe enough to go within them and they feel safe enough to let you in. And while this person may be, you know, very in their moment, and that's totally fine, you feel fine letting them be in their moment, because you're fine going about, you know, moving about your way. You're not, you know, you're not letting that hold you back, and they're fine with you going about your way. It doesn't feel like any sort of stress. And if there is any sort of stress or disagreement, you lean back on that anchor and that stability. And I feel like with the birds here, it's really just about, like, number 12, 3, it's about you growing and expanding upon it. It's about you working through it. And as long as you're able to do that, you're going to be just fine. So let's dig in now to how your person is feeling about you, because this is beautiful. So I have some tarot here, but I also wanted to use these Prism Oracle cards to get a little bit of an idea of how your person is feeling about you as well. So how is group 1's person feeling about them? Currently feeling about them. How is group 1's person currently feeling about them? Okay, and how is group 1's person currently feeling about them? Okay, group 1, I don't know what happened. The camera got cut off, and we're going to look at, oh my god, what did I do to my cards just now? Just flip them all upside down. Okay, we're going to look at how your person is currently feeling about you. So we're going to get some tarot out, as well as some Prism Oracle cards as well, to see how your person is feeling about you. So how is group 1's person currently feeling about them? How is group 1's person currently feeling about them? We have the 2 of Cups. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, how is group 1's person currently feeling about them? How is group 1's person currently feeling about them? I have the 8 of Wands. I think another card flipped. Hold on. We have the Hanged Man here. Just want to make sure nothing else. Okay. I'm going to get one more. How does group 1's person feel about them currently? How does group 1's person currently... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Such a mess. Hold on. Did I just drop more? We're going to try that again. How does group 1's person currently feel about them? How does group 1's person currently... There we go. We have the Page of Pentacles. On the back, we have the Chariot reversed. Okay, and let's get some of these guys. Okay. How is group 1's person currently feeling about them? How is group 1's person currently feeling about them? Rejection. How is group 1's person surrender? How is group 1's person currently feeling about them? We'll get one more. currently feeling about them? How's group one's person currently feeling about them? Fear. That makes sense. We also have determination. Okay. Okay, group one. This is pretty clear cut. Your person adores you, first off, but what I really want to talk about here is the elephant that's standing out here is this. And it all comes, I mean, it all goes together, honestly. This person, your person, is honestly afraid of you rejecting them, if that's not clear here. And it's like they're afraid of you rejecting them, so they're not, that's why they're in this kind of stagnant energy and where they don't want to move forward. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to take action. They're in this kind of state of surrender, right? They're in this hanged man form, and in this form of surrender. They don't want to be the one to take the move, be the one to, you know, make the first move and take action. They don't want to move forward. They're being stuck in this energy, this stubborn energy. And despite whatever you may be doing that makes them feel otherwise or makes them, you know, think otherwise, or people might say things that, you know, like so-and-so likes you, group one likes you, group one has feelings for you, and whatever, they are refusing to see the truth in all of this. They're just not able to see clearly, and for whatever reason, they just refuse to open up their eyes to the truth, you know? They want to stay in the dark for whatever reason. And I'm not sure why. And like I said, it could just be that they're so afraid of this rejection. And it means, you know, for me, it's this feeling of they have these walls put up with this Eight of Wands here. It's like they have this energy of, it's almost like they've been so deeply hurt before in the past that they don't want to go through it again, and they have so much like adoration for you and this deep like love toward you that they're just so afraid of, you know, afraid. There's this determination though within them, this like hunger for you, but they're afraid. Look at that caution, hunger. There's this orangey color and this yellow is making me think of like sacral, solar plexus. So sacral is all about like passion and, you know, sexual energy. So they are very attracted to you, you know. There's this magnetic pull, and with this determination, that solar plexus energy, it's like this determined strength, and it's you know, they're trying to muster up that strength and that power within themselves to really overcome and see your value and your worth in this Page of Pentacles. Like they see the stability in the long term, and they want to do something about it, but they're just kind of stuck in this state of surrender because they're frozen in fear over this rejection. And this might take some time for them to really move forward, to really take these walls down. And if you look at this card here, this creature in this card is, she looks like she's ready to like knock the walls down, to take down those barriers, you know, to cut it down. And so I do feel like this person is very determined to move forward and determined to get this chariot turned over and moving forward and take action towards you, because I do feel like there is just a lot of love here, and it just feels like there is this sense of wanting to move toward you. There's even this crow coming here with a message, and so it could be like they're going to receive a message, and that's what's encouraging them to knock the walls down, knock the fence down, knock that, you know, barrier down, so that they can go forward and move forward, you know, toward this connection and toward you. Yeah, that is just the feeling that I'm getting from this person. They have this fear of getting hurt, and they have this fear of getting rejected. Not necessarily like just rejection, but ultimately like you let them in and they have a relationship with you, but in the end, at some point, you reject them for someone else. You know, it's kind of that energy of you letting them go for someone else, that kind of rejection, you know. And I think they've been hurt like that before in the past, and that's kind of what's here in this feeling, you know, in this relationship type energy. So it's a pretty clear-cut feeling here. But you should know that this person really does have a lot of feelings for you. I also want to get a couple of these here for you as well. So let's see. How does your person currently feel about you, group 1? How does your person currently feel about you? Harvest, number 43. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. I love, first of all, how this talks about the forest and the trees, and this person was represented by the forest. So I think that's really important too. Like we talked about reflection and discovery in this person as well. They're really discovering a lot about themselves and going through some awakenings and some discovery within themselves. And I think upon doing so, you just need to be patient. You know, I know that might be difficult, but allow them to do that and maybe be a support system for them if you're in this person's life. And just know that they're working on this. They value you. You know, this is something that they see as a long-term thing, something that they see stable growth in, and they're harvesting the fruits of their labors. And that's how they feel about you. They want to nurture you. They want to really grow something long-term with you. And in terms of like how they feel about you, they're really going to take care and nurture you as long as they're able to do that for themselves. So yeah, and the bottom of the deck for that one is peace, number 9. Brigid goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace is flame. They're really trying to reach that peace within themselves and attain this fruition, you know, this goal and fulfillment of reaching that goal for themselves and reaching that peace within themselves so that they can really truly be there for you. But let's finish off with advice and guidance from your spirit guides. So let's see what your spirit guides have to say. So advice and guidance for group 1, please, from spirit guides. Advice and guidance from group 1 for group 1, please. We have number 25. Everyone in your life is teaching you something. Are you learning? Yeah, so every lesson is a blessing. So just know that sometimes we have a hard day and it's there to teach us something. Sometimes, you know, something doesn't go our way and it's there to teach us something. Or sometimes something isn't happening in the timing that we want it to, and it's because it's teaching us something, or it's there for us to reflect on something. And we have so much 7 energy in your reading. 7 it's about reflection, assessment, spirituality, discovering, and maybe this is about you really being able to discover things for yourself as well. within yourself. So we'll get a couple more. Advice and guidance for group 1, please, Spirit. Advice and guidance. We have number 31, show up as your highest self. Yeah, so this is about you, focusing on you, focusing on yourself, really just being your best self for this person, and for your, not just for this person, but for you. You know, work on you, focus on you, and this person will come at just the right time when they're meant to, you know. Get one more, please, Spirit. Advice and guidance for group 1. Advice and guidance for group 1, please. On tigers, you have 2 tigers here. Also making me think of the Chariot. But tigers for me represent strength. 12. There is no beginning or end to growth. You are forever expanding. Another message about growth for you in your reading, group 1. So I don't think this is just about your person growing, but it's also about you growing as well. So take this time for you to really reflect and see where it is that you want to grow as well. On the back of your deck, you have number 11. You are safe to make mistakes. You are safe to be imperfect. You are safe. So that's a huge energy here, that when it is time for you to come together with your person, with this person in particular, it's a lot to do with you feeling safe with one another and really being able to trust one another. And you need to know that in order to do that, you need to grow into a certain person for each other and for yourselves. So that is what the message is that is coming through here today. So with that being said, that's where I'm going to leave your reading, group 1. Today, let's see, should we do an extended? Today we will do an extended. If this resonated for you, if this reading resonated for you, group 1, we're going to do an extended. So we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and do, what should we do, Spirit? We're going to take a look at your person's intentions and what their next actions toward you are going to be. And we're going to go ahead and get some channeled messages from your person's higher self. So if you're interested in getting access to the extended reading for today, that will be available over on my Patreon, which I will link down below. So, well, I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, I will see you in the extended if you're interested. And if not, that's where I'm going to leave your reading, group 1. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. This was really fun. So I hope I do more like this. If you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below to let me know how this resonated for you. And if you enjoyed it, please go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. And I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there as well, where we have exclusive pick-a card readings not available here on YouTube. You'll be able to access all of our extended readings as well as the exclusive monthly zodiac prediction readings over there. So I'll be dropping April very soon, so be on the lookout for that. I will see you in the next reading. Bye guys, thanks for watching. What's up, group 2? If you chose the Starfish, Agate, and Mr. Peter Pan here and Tinkerbell card, welcome to your reading. I'm going to put your crystal right here. And we're going to talk about your card in just a little bit. We're going to start off with your energy check. And save this. This card here represents the energy, along with this card, of your connection. But we're going to talk about, we're going to reveal these cards first. This is you representing you, and then we're going to talk about your person. If you find that the energies need to be flip-flopped, please go ahead and feel free to do that on your own. Okay, so we're going to start off with you. Like I said, if you find that the energies need to be swapped, please go ahead and swap the energies. If this feels like more like your person and this feels more like you, go ahead and do that by all means. If you find that you find yourself in both sides, that totally is fine too. You might be just mirroring each other, and that's totally normal as well. So let's just jump right in. We have, for your energy, we have number 4, Lovers. We also have 65, The Prayer. Which won't focus. Okay, there we go. This is pretty. And Child's Eternal. Light is determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow, inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. And over on your person's side, we have 1, Witch. We have 22, The Creator. And Slave. The light attribute is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. It keeps trying to focus on the mandrake root. Shadow, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Okay. I do want to point out that you might find yourself mirroring each other just because these 2 cards are like the same color. Actually, they're not the same color. They just look like the same color, but they're not. Okay. And then representing the energy of your connection, we have Freedom 21. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential boundless expression and bold exploration. And then the card you chose is actually number 33, Key. Solution, success, good luck. It's a lot of 3 energy in your connection. Group 2. So first, let's talk about you, group number 2. Group number 2, you guys are definitely, and like I said, feel free to stop the energy. It's just when I was shuffling, this is what I asked for you, and that's what came out, so bear with me. You guys are definitely people who are, let's see, 55. No, 65. Sorry. 65 is 11. Lots of master numbers going on. You have 22, 11, 33. So progression of master numbers in your reading here. Which, what does that tell me? That tells me you might be seeing a lot of synchronistic numbers as you come into contact, or will be soon coming into contact with your person if you're not already. It could indicate a new beginning with this person, and then this could also indicate the 2 of you balancing one another out and making a choice as well, because though this might be something of a soulmate energy and things like that, what people fail to understand is that it is still free will, okay? Like, whether or not it seems like a fated relationship, it's still your choice whether or not to be with someone, whether or not to stay with someone, in that sort of a sense. So when we also have multiple soulmates in our lives, and not all of them are romantic soulmates, so I do want to point that out, because some people are set on like only having one soulmate and it's a romantic soulmate, and they don't recognize that we have multiple. And sometimes they don't recognize also that, or realize that, we have soulmates in our lives that are our best friends, or soulmates in our lives that are actually our pets, soulmates in our lives that are our family members. And so because society and like pop culture has like sold so many ideas of a soulmate being your romantic partner and this one perfect person for us, you know. People don't realize that there's actually more than one soulmate for us, you know, more than one type of soulmate out there. And so with this connection having so many angel numbers, so many master numbers, excuse me, in your reading, it's just making me feel like a progression of things happening in both of your lives leading up to coming together and having to make this choice to be together or make this choice to come together. Could be one of those things. And then 3 is obviously a really big one as well, because you have 33 here, 21 condenses to 3. And so it's just this feeling that a lot of growth is going to take place. And this is a lot about abundance and harmony. It also feels like the two of you are helping each other achieve something and grow, like something of abundance and success, obviously with the success card. And you're really like the key to each other's freedom. You're unlocking something together. So that's really exciting. And we'll get into this more as we explore the two of you separately. So you, on the other hand, are definitely somebody who is very grateful. The prayer card is a lot about, you know, understanding a higher power, and it doesn't matter what higher power you believe in. It just matters that you believe in something bigger than yourself, and you understand that there's a higher power bigger than yourself that you worship and, you know, praise, things like that. And so there's a higher power that you give thanks to and you appreciate and you know is responsible for a lot of things that have happened in your life, and you're grateful for everything leading up to where you are and all the things that have yet to come in your life. And so as the prayer in the Lovers, you're somebody who really has learned to appreciate all the things in your life, and you're always present and in the moment, or at least you try to be, and you try to really take everything in a very sensual manner. And I say sensual and not to be like a sexual way, but sensual as in like you try to soak up everything and every experience. So you try to remember, like when you are in the moment, you are really aware of the smells and the sounds and the colors, and you just appreciate life and the experiences that you're having in the moment on a much deeper level than your average person would, because you're not average, you know. You have this child eternal coming out, and you have this young free spirit, this young heart who is just, it's like, it's really interesting that you even chose Peter Pan and you have Child Eternal, which makes me think that even more so this definitely is your side. But of course, if you resonate with that side when we get there, don't worry about it. That's totally fine. Because Peter Pan never wants to grow up, right? He wants to stay young forever, and you have Child Eternal here, which is crazy that it came out here. It's just totally two separate decks. And I don't want to say like you want to stay young forever, like you want to look young forever, and or anything like that. Although if you want to, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's almost like you maybe were robbed of your childhood for some reason. Like you weren't able to really experience the joy of childhood. Maybe you had to grow up and be mature at a very young age for whatever reason. You had to step up and be an adult, whether it was to take care of your siblings. For some of you, I'm getting that kind of vibe where you had to really step up and be the adult or take care of someone younger than you, or maybe you had an absent parent and you just had to really adult and parent yourself for whatever reason. So you couldn't really fully enjoy the life of being a kid, and now you're kind of going through life as the big kid now, and you're like a giant kid at heart. And so I just feel like you're somebody who really enjoys life and really just like, I can see you like being that one person who is always down to go to Disney, always down to go to Universal, always down to go to Harry Potter, you know, like kind of like me. Like I am one big kid. Like I honestly, if I could go to Disney World and leave my kid at home, I would. Like no joke. I mean, there's no, you know what I mean? There's no doubt in my mind. I'd be like, okay, you'll watch my kid for me. I'll totally go. And will I feel guilty? Maybe, but will I regret it? No, because I know I'll have the time of my life. And I'll take her again later. You know what I mean? But it's like, because it's almost like you feel like you really want to experience certain things that you never got to experience. And I think that's why you are so appreciative of and in the moment now, because you recognize that you couldn't have been in the past, you know, if that makes sense. And so it's like that sort of energy there. Moving to your person, the creator, the witch, the slave. Don't think of slave as in like you know, like a gadut, or like, you know, is that a word people use? Or is that like, I'm trying to think if that's like a local like pigeon term. I don't know. This is more like you're surrendering to a higher power and letting that take control. You know, you're not trying to like have your hand on every single button and every single lever and every single thing in the seat of like in the driver's seat of your life and making sure that it goes exactly where you need to go. You're kind of like letting go and letting whatever you believe in. Like the phrase that came to my mind was let go and let God. And I realize not everyone believes in God, and it's whatever you believe in. Okay, so whether it's the universe, Shiva, I don't know why that came to my head. Whatever deity you believe in, the universe, the divine, like I said, whatever deity that you worship, believe in, things like that. You're letting that take the wheel for you, and you're surrendering to that higher power to kind of take you to where you need to go. That's kind of like this energy in the slave card. That's what I want to talk about there. You're not necessarily like being a control freak in your life. And so it's a good balance here, because that is the opposite energy of what I'm getting from the creator and the witch, which makes me think of magician energy in tarot. Magician energy is divine masculine. That's all about being active and taking control, you know, taking inspired action in your life, and like not necessarily letting go, letting things happen the way it's supposed to. You're manifesting, yes, but you're also taking inspired action. You're not fully just hanging here. Like this is like hanged man energy here, where you're just letting go and letting things happen as they may, you know. So there's a balanced energy here in your person's side, where you know when to let go and you know when to take action. So it's that sort of energy there. The creator is definitely somebody who is not afraid to be in the dark, not afraid of the void, not afraid of being without, because they're somebody who is able to take nothing and make something. They're able to take a piece of crumpled up paper and turn it into fine art and create abundance from that. Their logic and skill and their intelligence is so much more advanced than your average person. Their mindset is just so much more expanded than a normal person's is. You know, like so many people might be so defeated by the idea of having nothing or being without, whereas this person here, they're inspired by it. They're inspired by, you know, the void. They're inspired by the darkness, and they can see ways in which to shed light and bring this colorful thing, this beautifulness into the darkness. You know, they have that energy within them, that magic within them, that essence within them, because they are this magical, mystical being. And they're also somebody who is like you, trusts in a higher power, right? Trusts in whether it's God, whether it's whatever deity they worship. I say God a lot because that's just what I'm familiar with. I'm not trying to exclude anyone by any means, but there is this feeling that I think the two of you connect over that particular higher power. And you might be really inspired by this person because of the way they are able to be so creative and playful, and just how joyful and consistently creative and colorful. I don't know why that word popped out, but maybe it's the colors. But you are just so intrigued by how they're able to stay creative, stay playful, stay curious, and childlike. That's attracting you to this person, and them to you as well. They have all of these colors. It's like they have the palette and they are coloring your world, if that makes sense. And that's kind of how I'm seeing it. It's like, this is the palette here and they are watercoloring on, this is the palette here. And so it's just this beautiful energy here that you guys are coming together. It's I love it. I love it. I also want to point out too, this side is the 22 side and this side is the 11 side. And I say that because this is 22, this is 65. 65 condenses to 11. 11, 22 equals 33. So the two of you come together to create this key to freedom. So you guys are coming together because, you know, the connection of your relationship is that you are growing together and you are building something that here. Hold on. It says the energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. So you are both on this journey of constantly pushing the boundaries and constantly trying to grow and seek creative aspects in your lives, whether it be on a spiritual journey of sorts, whether it be like creative ventures, things to do with abundant things. It's making me think that you guys are coming together to really create something big here and unlock freedom on so many different levels, whether it's freedom from oppression. For some reason that word's coming to my head, somewhere where along the way where you felt really suppressed and unable to truly be who you are and able to express yourself. For some of you, this could be your way of being, the way that you were brought up and you were not able to be fully who you are, things like that. Or it could be a certain belief system that you've had. You always were not fully aligned, and now that you are able to practice what you really fully align with, you found someone who also has the same path and you connect over that, and you have found this freedom with one another, and it's just unlocking so many things, so much potential, so much energy within the two of you and in your connection, that it's inspiring, not just in your connection but within yourselves to do more, and you guys push each other to grow individually as well as in your relationship. So that's a really beautiful energy group too. This is really exciting. It just feels like you both are like cutting the chains and like unlocking each other's chains. It's like I'm seeing like maybe you guys were both trapped in this double energy and you guys are both freeing each other from whatever it was. That's kind of what it feels like. And it's like now you're free to fly as far as you want and be who you want to be and go where you want to go. And you're not afraid to grow up, but you're not afraid to also indulge in your childlike side that you're robbed of as well. So this is beautiful energy. So let's take it to see where how your person is currently feeling about you. Group 2. I love this group 2. How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? How? We have the 9 of Swords. How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? How is group 2's person currently... Oh my god. Hold on. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Did I flip anything else? Okay. How is group 2... Well, let's go. The Page of Wands in the reverse. How is group 2's person currently feeling? Did I flip that? Okay. How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? The 8 of Wands. And then we have Temperance at the back. Okay. How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? Frustration. Okay. How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? Consciousness. How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? Peace. I think we talked about that earlier, didn't we? Make sure nothing else flipped. And balance is at the back. All right, group 2. I also want to get one of these for you. How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? Oh my gosh. How is group 2's person currently feeling about them? There we go. Good cheer. 25. With kind heart and humor free, may good cheer rule, so mote it be. And the back, we have number 7, wisdom. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. Okay. Okay, group 2. Your person is feeling, obviously, let's talk about this frustration here. This goes really I want to move this to go like so here, kind of, because this frustration goes more with this Page of Wands in the reverse here. Your person is feeling frustrated as to, I'm not really sure what exactly. It could have to do with wanting to achieve something, wanting to be a certain way before they communicate with you. It's just this energy of not being able to fit a square object into a hole, if that makes sense. That's exactly like that frustration that they're feeling. And it's almost as if they lack the patience in order for them to really grow and be where they want to be, because they need to do something in order for this connection to happen. I don't know if certain things need to align in their life, maybe, but they feel like how they feel about you, right? So frustrated. They feel frustrated. There's this communication that wants to happen. They might be sending you a message very soon if they haven't already. This Eight of Wands. I read this a little differently in the last group, actually. It was about them wanting to knock some walls down, some barriers down, getting ready to cut down these walls that they put up because they felt a little bit guarded. But in your case, I'm feeling more so like they feel a little frustrated because maybe you might be guarded and they want to cut down your walls. There's a lot of 7 and 9 in your reading as well, with this being a 7, this being a 7, and then there's 2 9s here. They're definitely on a little bit of path of self. It has to do with themselves, honestly. I want to say self-discovery, and I say that because these 2 cards here have a lot to do with being alone and independent, right? Where do I want to go first? It's like this energy of they are frustrated because I think they feel a little bit unworthy of you. You know, I think they put you a little bit on a pedestal, and yeah, there's a lot of passion for you here, and they are isolating. Yeah. Oh, what's behind there? Death. Yeah, they're going through a rebirth. That makes sense. Okay. Got it. Okay, so let me just walk you through this. They want to reach this equilibrium, this balancing of energies within themselves, because right now they are not worthy. They don't feel worthy. They feel like they need to level up in some ways of their life, and it's going to vary for different people. For some people it could be in their job aspect because there's so many pentacles here, and for other people it could be a maturity thing. I want to say like in their mind, not more so emotions. I think they're fine in their emotional sense, but I do feel like it has a lot to do with stability and a lot to do with getting their head in check. Balancing that side of themselves, because right now mentally they're not ready. Mentally or not physically, but what is the word? Financially, they're just not ready to pursue you or be available for you, if that makes sense. They want to find a balance here because right now there's no balance. It's not ready. Like this needs to turn to be equal. See how it's like not in the, it's not like where it's supposed to be, you know? And so they have a lot of passion for you. So don't get me wrong, they feel it for you. The feelings are there, trust me. But they are in isolation mode right now because there's a lot of mental anguish going on in their head, and a lot of these questions of am I worthy, I'm not good enough, and it's something that has to do with themselves. And Spirit is saying like You don't want to be with someone who is not comfortable with who they are on their own, because it's just going to bring more drama and stress to your relationship, and they're going to be so insecure with themselves that when they step into a relationship with you, it's not going to be a strong and steady relationship. It's going to be one filled with anxiety, filled with insecurity, filled with questions of, okay, but what about this, and what, you know, you're always going to be on edge because they're on edge, and that's not something that you want for yourself. And I don't think you're manifesting that type of love into your life. This creativity, it's about creating abundance. It's about creating something that's going to really flourish and grow. And that's where it comes to this Nine of Pentacles, this strength card. It's taking a lot of strength from them to do all of these things, because they're going through a rebirth for sure. But back to this Nine of Pentacles here. They are, Nine of Pentacles for me is like pre-Empress energy. And what does that mean? It means like self-nurturing, and not just self-nurturing, but nurturing of other people, family. It's like divine feminine type energy, meaning like the, you know, ultimate motherly energy, where, you know, she's loving on everyone and just whatever you need, I got it. More so, it's like financial stability, it's being comfortable, it's you know, I want it, I got it. You know, it's that Seven Rings song is popping up in my head. And that is like the energy of the Nine of Pentacles that this person is trying to achieve for you, because they see you as that. That's how they see you, and they want to be equal. You know, with this Temperance card, they want to bring to the table an equal, if not more, to you, because that's the fair thing in their mind. They want balance. That's a big thing for them, balance. And this relationship is such a big factor for them coming into this relationship, or coming into, you know, be on this level with you. They want it to be equal at the very least. And, you know, they don't want to be Spirit is playing bills by Destiny's Child. They don't want to be that person, you know, where they make you pay their bills and things like that. Although there's nothing wrong with being a provider in that way, because relationships definitely work that way. But they don't want to, they want to bring to the table this equal energy to you, because they see you as this beautiful energy of, you know, stable, independent, amazing, badass, work hard, play hard, I get what I want, I work hard to get what I want kind of energy. And like, if I want it, I got it, I'll go get it, you know. That's the amazing energy that you have around you, is abundant energy, and they want to bring that same energy to you. And so they're kind of like, you know, in their head about like, how do you think of them, because they think so highly of you. They really do put you on a pedestal, which has them feeling frustrated. Ultimately, they're a little bit not, this card I'm feeling a little bit differently. Like, consciousness is like, this card itself, it talks more about like a higher level, like, you know, consciousness in the 3D type consciousness, like 5D type, you know. But this is making me think like they are being self-conscious, they are being aware. Like, what are you, oh my gosh, what is she thinking of me, or what is he thinking of me, what do they think of me, you know, like, do they think I'm good enough, do they think my clothes look funny, do they think my bag is old, or whatever. Like, it's just so in their head about what other people think of them. And like, they really just want to achieve this peace of mind and peace of heart, and they want to bring you peace and joy, and like peace on there's just so much like of racing thoughts and racing heart and racing, like, or just like, that's how I feel right now, like super jittery and like, that's, my mind is going a million miles an hour. And they just want peace. And that, like, there it is again, this two energy, this peace and balance make me think of twos, like, you know, because it's equal. And we talked about how your group had a lot of three energy as well, 33, 3. 3 is actually the most stable number. I think if you look it up, like a three-legged table or chair or something is actually more sturdy than like a four-legged chair or table, something like that. But yeah, so they definitely feel good, positive thoughts. You bring them a lot of peace. Like, you calm their mind at night for sure. When they think about you, they're like, oh, until they get into that mental part of like, well, what do they think of me? That's the only part. But otherwise, you bring them so much cheer and love and harmony and peace. And you inspire them, seriously. Because you embody this Nine of Pentacles energy, you also bring them wisdom. You have an owl here, you have two owls here. You bring them a lot of wisdom in the sense of where they really want to better themselves and grow themselves and be the best that they can be and always level up because you inspire them to do so. So that's amazing energy, group 3. We're going to move on to advice and guidance from your spirit guides now. Messages and advice. Okay, what advice and guidance do you have for group 2, please, Spirit? Oh, we have number 16, find wisdom in challenges. Look at that, another wisdom card. Yep, find wisdom in challenges. I think you're always finding wisdom in challenges, and that's what they see so inspiring about you, so just continue to do that. Messages and advice for group 2, please, Spirit. Messages and advice for group 2, please. Oopsies. Okay, we'll just take that one since it fell so nicely. Number 8, you are whole. You don't need anyone to complete you. You will always be whole. Yeah, so don't ever feel like you need someone else to complete you. No, you definitely do not. You are perfect all by yourself. Don't let anyone make you feel any less than. We got one more, please, Spirit. One more message, advice for group 2, please. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. We have 3. What did I say about 3s? Many things had to align for you to be here. The fact that you are on this earth right now is an utter miracle. Seriously, group 3. I mean, group 2. Oh my gosh. 3s are seriously significant for you. It came up a lot. We're also going to take this since it fell out. Number 18, the love within you is infinite. Share it freely with the world. That is beautiful. And then your back of the deck is number 4. Every single day is a gift from the universe. Treat it as one. And there's that balance again, divine feminine and masculine with the sun and moon energy. So that is amazing energy, group 2. That's where I'm going to leave your reading. But we're going to take it into the extended. I wasn't sure I was going to do an extended, but after group 1, I've decided I will. So we're going to go ahead and take it there now. So if you really liked this reading, please go ahead and join us over there. It's going to be linked on Patreon, which I will drop down below. We're going to take a look at your person's intentions and what their next actions toward you are going to be. And we're going to get some channeled songs and messages from your person's higher self. But if you are leaving me here, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please go ahead and smash the like button. Comment down below to let me know how you liked it. And I would really appreciate it if you went ahead and subscribed. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so that you don't miss a beat. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed it. And if if you want to join our Patreon family, I will drop that down below so you can have access to our extended readings as well as our exclusive pick a card readings not available here on YouTube. And I will be dropping our monthly zodiac prediction readings very soon as well. So that will also be only on Patreon. So you'll have access to that there as well. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! What's up, Group 3? If you chose the Rhodonite Moon and the Belle card, I'm going to go ahead and put your crystal here. Welcome to your reading. We're going to hold off on this card for a little bit. This represents one of the cards representing the energy of your connection. But I also have these other cards here, so in case you skip the intro. These two cards represent the energy of your connection and your energy check. We also have these cards here that represent you and your person. So if you feel like the energies are flopped, please go ahead and flip them as you feel fit. If you find that you are resonating in both sides, you just might be mirroring each other, and that's totally fine too. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we have for you, we have number 20, Protector. And we have number 17, the Lover, as well as Angel. Light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. And the Shadow is acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. And then over on your person side, we have number 7, Sun. Also number 7, Poet, the Poet. And Pioneer, which is passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. And the Shadow is compulsive need to keep moving on. Okay. And then we have 29, Kindness. The energy of kindness reminds us to be considerate and wise in our interactions with others and ourselves, and to find the root of our love through our connection to Source. And then the card you chose, Belle, here is number 9, Bouquet, which is harmony, joy, novelty. Okay. So group 3, you just have the heart of gold, honestly. I feel like you picked Belle because you might relate to Belle on a lot of levels. You might be somebody who really loves books. You might be somebody who just is someone who is so loving. You are definitely someone who identifies as a protector. And you are beloved by many. You are somebody who appreciates the world, and you are someone who is so strong, so grounded, and someone that is so dependable as well. You love unconditionally and in such a way that people are so drawn to you. And you do things with such kindness. Like, you don't ever expect anything in return, and there's not a mean bone in your body. Honestly, it feels that way. Now, that's not to say that you wouldn't fight back against someone, excuse me, against someone who wouldn't deserve it or doesn't deserve it. Because you definitely would. But I mean, like, you wouldn't, like, do anything against anybody who didn't deserve it, if that makes sense. And I wouldn't be surprised too if you're somebody who was connected to like the divine energy, that sort of thing. If you tapped into being a light worker, something like that, as a healer, as a, you know, divination type of thing. Only take it if it resonates, of course. But moving into the poet, your person. Moving into the poet here, and your person is someone who is very creative. This, I would not be surprised if they were not an artist of some sort, whether they are an actual poet, a writer, a painter, a creative of some kind. But this is somebody who is not just a creative, but somebody who uses the discovery of the truth in their art in some way. So while some artists will tell stories, this person in particular likes to tell truths in their artwork, if that makes sense. So I feel like, you know, they like to capture real and raw moments and take that and put it into their work, if that makes sense. So whether it be things like actual speaking or picture taking or, you know, writing, painting, things like that. Someone who's not afraid to voice what they've seen and voice what they have witnessed, that kind of a thing. With all of these, I think these are crows. I think this person is also in touch with the divine as well. I think this card talks about being clairvoyant, but it also makes me think of like Ravenclaws, Woody, and with the sun being here, this is about, you know, radiant and positive energy. This is somebody who is really, I think, someone who is really shining, and not just because they are vibrant and warm and happy people, but also for the work that they do. And they, you know, they are someone who really achieves success, is what I mean to say. So with that sun energy, just I think they are someone who is very happy and vibrant and bright and warm. I do think that they are kind as well, as they have witnessed a lot of things. So I think that having seen so many things happen firsthand, or through a lens, maybe, I think that they've had to build up a certain level of compassion and a deeper level at that, especially with this heart here as well. I think this is so similar in the imagery, that they, even like how the eyes have been burned out. It's almost like they've seen so much pain and darkness in the world that they are really someone who has built up a kindness in them, and a deeper level of kindness at that, like a warmer level of kindness, and they extend it to like complete strangers. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they're the person who like buys, I wouldn't be surprised if they're the person who, you know, would buy the homeless person on the street lunch every once in a while, or, you know, that it's like that energy that I feel like they're the person who goes out of the way who to do something kind for someone, you know. It's that energy. They're the person who would, yeah, see an old lady crossing the street with a bunch of her groceries, and they're going to help that person with the groceries and to cross the street, you know. It's that energy right there. They know that their neighbor had surgery. This is just popping into my head. They're going to cook their neighbor dinner for a few nights, you know, and take it over and make sure their neighbor is fed and has what they need, you know. it's that kind energy that this person has, and they have like a really big heart, and I think that's what draws you two together. Because as the lover protector, you need someone who will not take advantage of your kind of golden heart. You know, you need someone who, and it makes sense now that I'm looking at this card, you need someone who has that same kind heart within them, because if someone takes advantage of someone who is so kind and giving and loving and sweet and loyal, that's just going to turn you into something dark and, or, you know, drain you, and that's not a good loving relationship. And so that brings me to the connection of your the energy of your connection, and it's just one of harmony and joy, and it's just, it says novelty here, and I think it says novelty because it's, when people look at your relationship, they might see it as like a storybook relationship, you know, as far as like the energy of it, like they're like, oh yeah, like they're destined to be together. It feels like that kind of energy, one that you only find in the movies, and that sounds crazy because there's no such thing as a perfect love, and I want to say that right off the bat. There is no such thing as a perfect love, and I'm not saying yours is in any way. I'm not saying that at all, and I'm not saying that yours is going to be filled with like bad things either. I'm not trying to say that either, but I'm just saying that do not expect your relationship to be all sunshine and rainbows, because I'm sure that there will be some mishaps here and there. Okay? It's just the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, because when it comes to the sun, when you stay too, you know, when the sun shines so bright and as for as long as it does, it tends to burn people. And as a protector, sometimes you protect too much and it gets a little coddlesome, you know? So it goes both ways, you know what I mean? So take that as me saying it's not going to be a perfect relationship, but know that the energy of your relationship is one filled with harmony, joy, and kindness. One where you both understand that to communicate with one another, it's done with respect, it's done with kindness, and it's done on a level of clear communication. Like, it feels like you both understand how to communicate clearly with one another in a way of such kindness that you don't ever feel like ripping each other's heads off. It doesn't feel like that kind of energy at all in your relationship. Like, at least here it doesn't. And so as far as like going further, I don't know if I can say like for the whole aspect of your relationship, just the energy here, it doesn't feel that way. So take that with a grain of salt. But I do feel like the energy of your connection is definitely very harmonious. It feels like really good. It feels very considerate and very sweet. And I think you guys just genuinely really enjoy each other's company. I think you guys really get along on a very deep level, in the sense that you find things that you both enjoy doing together and you do them so well, and it's like you guys are each other's favorite people. So it feels really good. With that being said, I don't think there's much more to explore here. So let's go ahead and take a look at how your person is currently feeling about you. Group 3. How is Group 3's person currently feeling about them? Oops. How is Group 3's person? That was quick. We have the 5 of Swords reversed. How is Group 3's person? Oh, another quick one. Page of Swords. How is Group 3's person currently feeling about them? We have the Three of Pentacles and Queen of Swords in reverse. And your back of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. Okay. We're going to also draw from this deck right here to elaborate. So how is Group 3's person currently feeling about them? How is Group 3's person currently feeling about them? We have caution. How is Group 3's person currently feeling about them? How is Group 3's person currently feeling about them? How is Group 3's person currently feeling about them? Oops. We have a reflection. How is Group 3's person currently? We have sweetness. Cute. On the back of your deck is, oh my gosh, love. That is so cute. Okay. Oh, and we're gonna get one more. Sorry. One more. Okay. While I'm getting this, guys, I definitely see that middle card there poking out at me. They really admire you, and how's Group 3's person feel about them? How's Group 3's person feel about them? Oh, how's Group 3's person feel about them? Health. Mother Earth, sweet Mother Earth, bright, bring me your health and might. Okay, interesting card to come out there. We're going to get one more to clarify. One more, please, Spirit. How does Group 3 feel about their person? We have beauty. Number 4. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. Okay. Now it's painting a little bit of a picture for me. Makes sense. We have number 12, success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. Okay. Okay, group number 3. Your person is feeling like there's a bit of like it kind of feels like they're treading lightly here. And I say that because they are, see how this looks a lot like these two here. Even this makes me feel like it's similar imagery for some reason. But they're being very cautious about how they act and approach. So it's clear that they are very sweet on you and they have very loving feelings toward you, if that's not obvious here right now. And the only thing that we really need to talk about is the details here of it all that's revealing up here. And so for you, they definitely, we talked a lot about harmony in your earlier part of your reading and how there's just this really strong sense of harmony and joy and kindness between the two of you and the energy of your connection. And that's still true here. Definitely still true here. They see so much beauty within you and they think that you look so good. I was confused by the health card here, but I really just think they really admire your health, your overall health. Like they think you're fit or in shape, or they really like your body in some sense. So they really admire the physical aspect of your body and your beauty, and they really love the success that you have achieved for yourself as well. They feel like, you know, you're someone who is so beautiful from the in, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. So know that they think your success that you've achieved for yourself is absolutely amazing, and they think that you are so strong, smart, and just in the way that you've gotten there, it's been amazing. Juggling and how you, I feel like how you've gotten there. I feel like they're prioritizing themselves, what's going on with them as well. But I also feel like they really admire the things that you've been able to juggle in your life, because you have a lot going on for you. They really admire you and recognize the things that you've been doing. You work with a lot of people and they want to be one of those people that you work with. That might not be the case for all of you, but they certainly do admire how you're able to really work with a lot of people, and you do it very well. They feel a little bit frustrated here, I feel like, because they are not able to get all the information that they want to get. I feel like they are being very careful about how they get this information. It could be that they look at your social media a lot, but they might accidentally like double tap on a picture and they're like, oops, and it was like a long time ago, you know? And so they don't want to feel, they don't want it to be like you know, what's the word? They don't want it to be like creepy, cringy. um But so they get a little frustrated with themselves, not you, but like themselves. I feel like, so they're trying to be careful about how they go about this, because it feels like that. For some of you, this could be somebody who is trying to make amends with you. They may have done you dirty in the past, and it not necessarily like as a lover, but like as a friend, or an acquaintance of some sort. This could have been somebody that you've worked with before. And that's not everybody, but it could be for some of you. Just because they have this want to work with you, this there's that energy here, of wanting to work with you, and even behind here we have the world here, wanting closure, filling up that gap there, you know, and it's just them coming back to make amends, because maybe they made a decision that, you know, could have hurt you in some way or affected you in a way that they maybe didn't mean to. It feels like that. Um, but they're very sweet on you, and you, it's not like, it's not any kind of a pain that would have felt like a fuck you, you know, like I hate you kind of pain. It's like a oops, like I really didn't mean to do that, you know, and it just, that's just the way everything happened. And it was unfortunate that it did, but it did, kind of thing. So it's kind of like this caution is here, because they're treading lightly. They're coming back in, trying to, you know, get in your good graces, that sort of thing. And it really does feel like they're wanting to make amends and, you know, get on your good side, because they really do admire you. They're really sweet on you. They really there's just so much adoration for you. With this reflection card here, It could be they're reflecting on how they have done things in the past before, whether it be in their own life, and like they have these like missed opportunities or things that they wish they could have done differently kind of thing, and they don't want to miss out anymore. So this is kind of one of those times where like they know that they see you and they want to, you know, take this opportunity to let you know how they feel about you and things like that, but at the same time they're treading lightly, you know, they don't want to let this moment pass them by. But we're going to take a look at that in the extended, of course, because there will be an extended, I've decided, in group 1. So if you like this reading, we'll do that for you. But yeah, that's how I'm seeing them feeling for you, group number 3. They just really, they're so sweet on you, and it's just this energy of like, oh shucks, I'm sorry I did that before, I apologize, and I want to kind of, you know, let's start back on the right foot again and make things right. And just, they admire you so much. So much. If you notice the pink energy, there's like you pink stone, pink, and the beauty is just you picked Belle. They're very, very sweet on you. And it's like, it's kind of like Beauty and the Beast, you know, like how Beast was kind of like rawr in the beginning and like not the nicest to her, and then like toward the middle-ish and end, like he was so sweet on her and so kind to her and just gave her everything she wanted, you know. It's kind of like that. It kind of feels like that, but then different, you know, because yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get you advice and guidance now. Advice and guidance. Okay, advice and guidance from your spirit guides, please. Group 3. Advice and guidance for group 3, please. Advice and guidance for group 3, please. That was not helpful. I just dropped the cards for someone to come out. Number 28. You are a child of the universe. What an honor it is to be a part of something so divine. Yeah. Recognize that you are so loved by the universe and so magical, so divine, just being who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are, because this person loves that about you, and so does the universe. So let yourself really shine, okay? You also have number 11. You are safe to make mistakes. You are safe to be imperfect. You are safe. I love this card. So don't ever feel like you have to make everything just right. You are totally safe. You also have number 23. Listen to your spirit guides. They'll show you the way. So listen to what they're saying right now, because seriously, they are showing you the way. Whales might be really significant as well. Number 16. Find wisdom in challenges. But that is where I'm going to leave your reading. That is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 3. If you enjoyed this, though, we are going to take it into the extended now, where we're going to take a look at your person's intentions, what their next actions toward you are going to be. And we're also going to get some channeled messages from your person's higher self. Oh, wow, that was hard. And some channeled songs. So that will be over on Patreon, which I will link down below. That you will have access to all the extendeds as well as the other exclusive pickle card readings not available here on YouTube, including the monthly zodiac predictions, which I will be dropping April predictions very soon. So keep a lookout for that. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave you here. If you liked this reading and you're leaving me here, though, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below to let me know how you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. And thank you guys so, so much for watching. I really, really appreciate all of you so, so much. You have no idea. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye! What's up, group 4? If you chose this Lepidolite heart and Prince Phillip here with his horse, Welcome to your reading. I'm going to put your crystal right here, and we're going to reveal this card in just a second. But this is one of the cards that represents the energy of your connection, along with this card here. But we're going to reveal those soon. If you missed the intro, this is the energy section where we look at you and your person. If you find that they're flip-flopped, go ahead and flip-flop. Or you might be mirroring each other if you find yourself in both, that kind of thing. Feel free to take both, that kind. Blah, blah, blah. That's totally fine. And then this is the energy of your connection. If you don't find that you resonate here, please go ahead and select a different group. And if you don't find yourself in another group, then maybe there just aren't any messages for you in this reading, and that's totally fine. Maybe we will have another reading for you next time. So with that being said, let's just get started. We have number 28, Bat, for you, as well as 40, Dead End, the Dead End, and Damsel. Light. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Shadow. Waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. And then on your person side, we have number 19, Gift. And 21, the Mystic. And Gossip. Light. Awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Shadow. Thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Okay. And then representing the energy of your connection, we have 43, Transparency. The energy of transparency supports our expansion toward a higher vibrational state of being with more insight, honesty, and clarity. And then finally we have your card here with One Rider. News, success, travel. With you, group 4. The dead end really represents exactly what it sounds like, a dead end, where you may have reached a point in your life where you thought you had a path set out for you and you pictured your life going a certain way, and it just didn't happen. You know, you reached the end of the road and something said, nope, stop. You can't go any further. That's it. And so you were forced to reroute, forced to go a different way, and forced to start a new beginning. And basically it's an impasse. And this closed door then led to other doorways opening in your life. And so as dark as this card looks, it's actually dependent on how you look at it. You can choose to be this damsel here who sits there and waits to be rescued by someone else, or you can choose to rescue yourself. You can choose to rescue yourself and open up other opportunities for yourself and find your way out of this dead end and make new opportunities, new ways for yourself, new pathways for yourself, and journey on your own way, you know, to get to where you need to go. And so that new journey, that new path that you go on is going to end up being so much better than the way that you had envisioned, because this dead end here was actually a protection for you. Little did you know, because had you kept going, you know, maybe something devastating, even more devastating could happen. I like to say rejection is for your protection. And so a lot of things that didn't go the way that you had hoped, it's because something better is going to happen. Something better is around the corner instead. And with the bat here, this is about really listening. You know, see how big the bat's ears are? Listen to the things around you. Listen to the opportunities that are being offered to you, because if you only listen to what you want to listen to and you only hear, no, 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 this is it, there's nothing else, there's nothing, you can't go further, this is the dead end, your path is done, then you're not going to hear all of these other doorways opening, all of these offers coming in your way, because that dead end shut, you know? You're not going to hear the, hey, come this way. Hey, what about this way? Hey, look at that path. You're not going to hear those other voices being calling out to you. These other friends on the side saying, hey, what about this? You know, offering help, offering other ideas and opportunities for you to rescue yourself. And so the bat can also talk about you going through a rebirth. For me, that's what the that's what the bat represents, is a rebirth, you know, a transformation. It's you recognizing that you are able to rise up. And, you know, I say rebirth, a transformation, because when you think about a bat and a vampire, you can transform from a vampire to a bat, you know, so depending on what you need to do. And that's what you need to do, is transform and fly off to somewhere else instead of sitting there and waiting for someone to rescue you. So that is the energy I'm getting from you here, is like, you can be in your pity party feels, but at the same time, you have this ability to transform and rescue yourself. It's just a matter of you getting yourself out of that headspace, you know? And so definitely allow yourself to feel your feelings, let it pass, but then don't sit in it forever. Don't sit in it for too long. You know, give yourself like 10 minutes and go. 5 minutes, you know. I say 5 because look at that hand. 5. You got 5 minutes and let's go. Okay? So that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing. As far as the energy on this side. You're very you're very you're someone who is very accepting. You're someone who is very graceful. And you're someone who can really adapt well as well at the same time. You know, whatever curveballs are thrown your way, I think you're really good at adapting to the situation. It might take you a little while, but you can definitely do it. You're capable of adapting. Because I do feel like you do allow yourself to get in your feels, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I do think sometimes you let it hinder you. You let it hold you back. You let it keep you stuck and stagnant at times. And once you snap yourself out of it, you're able to just go. You know what I'm saying? Moving into your person here. Your person has a very different energy. Maybe not very different, but different. I got really tired just now. So group 4, I think your person is someone who's very unique, and they are obviously very gifted spiritually, being a mystic and having the gifts. They have a very large heart. They're very giving, and they don't really expect anything in return. And so sometimes people can really take advantage of them in that way. And I do think, though, this person is a very psychic. Not just because they're the mystic, but and they also have this gift card which talks about psychic abilities also. But I also, just because I got very, very tired as soon as I switched over, which is really weird. I've never experienced that. Okay. So your person is definitely in touch with their gifts, honestly. I think I would not be surprised if they were a light worker of some sort, or at least they use their abilities on a daily basis. I think they're very psychically aware of things. No, Spirit just said not everybody is totally awoke. Oh, awoke? That's weird. Not everyone's fully awake. That's why I'm sleepy. But they're at the very least highly intuitive, and they find it funny that they predict a lot of things, especially about people, which is why this gossip card comes out. Like, oh, I told her that wasn't the right person, or told him that wasn't, not to do that. But this person doesn't fear the dark, for they bring the light. That is kind of what this card talks about here. And with this mystic gift person, they are someone who is so giving and generous and loyal that people can often take advantage of their giving nature and just keep taking. You see how big this person's heart is in this picture, that, and how shining bright this orb is here. They are so giving and loving and not expecting anything in return, because that is just the nature of who they are. But people see that and take advantage of them, and they do it in a way where they don't always know that they're being taken advantage of, and they're kind of naive in that way, because they'll just keep doing it. They'll just keep letting people suck from their energy, suck from their life force. And that could also be why I'm tired as well, why I felt so tired. Like they're being drained of their energy, and it feels like, even here, look how tired they are. Like, he's tired, you know? And so I honestly think that this person is really just manifesting someone who will stop draining them and be honest with them. That's what they are wanting, is this transparency, this honesty. And I think that, sometimes they give and give and give because they seek it talks about like seeking validation from other people. And I think they're starting to recognize that that's not worth it anymore. That outside validation isn't worth them being walked all over, isn't worth them being taken advantage of, because in the end, they're recognizing that that person isn't really their friend, or isn't really their, caring about them in a genuine way. And honestly, that's what they want. They just want someone who is genuine, who is pure, who is going to really communicate clearly and express clearly, and just give them that love that they give so freely to other people, that same unconditional love back to them. And like, the energy of your connection here is all about news, success, travel. I wouldn't be surprised if this started off as a long distance. I wouldn't be surprised if you two traveled a lot, in order, if that's something that you guys do together, whether it be like you guys just like to travel and enjoy that as vacation, or it's because you guys do that for work and you tend to go together. I don't know if it's like that just sort of energy. But I do feel like it's important for both of you to be clear and transparent with one another in terms of how you're feeling and what you want from each other in this relationship. It's all about transparency. And so, as somebody who has been so accepting of transforming, and this person who is so used to transforming, being the mystic, I think you two coming together and speaking so openly and clearly with one another about your previous experiences and sharing that with one another, having this transparency with one another, building that foundation of trust and clear communication really just brings so much inspiration into your relationship. It opens up your throat chakra in such a way that allows you to really just be able to express freely and love in an unconditional way. Because this is like making me think of the throat chakra, this light blue color, the fact that it's transparency, it's just bringing about inspiration, love, expression, communicating, and then you have this news, success, travel. This Nine of Hearts is making me think a Nine of Cups. That's like the fruition, the ultimate manifestation. You guys are manifesting each other into each other's life and manifesting this type of love into your lives, and that's what's happening. But it's not going to just, you just understand that it's not going to be like, I wish for this and it's going to fall into your laps. You both actively have to work at keeping this relationship what you want it to be, keeping the energy of this relationship what you want it to be, by continuing to reciprocate this transparency, understanding that this person has been taken advantage of and is so generous and kind and loving, and this person understands and sees your value as well, sees that you are somebody who is so humble and somebody who is so good at listening, someone who is so good at letting go of their fears and accepting, somebody who is so accepting. And the fact that you two are able to come together and work at things together makes you that much stronger. And so you're able to push forward and really reach success. So we're going to move forward into the section where we look at how your person is currently feeling about you. Oh, stand up. Wow. How is group 4's person currently feeling about them? How is group 4's person currently... It's messy. How is group 4's person currently feeling about them? Queen of Cups. Just the top one because that was too many cards. We also have, how does group 4's person currently feel about them? How does group 4's person currently feel about them? Justice. How's group 4's person? Three of Swords in the reverse. How does group 4's person currently feel? I have the Four of Wands. How does this want to fall out? Came out sideways. Okay, upright. And the back of the deck we have Five of Pentacles. Okay, and then we're going to get some of these. How does group 4's person currently feel about them? How does group 4's person currently feel about them? Consciousness. How does group 4's person currently feel about them? Success. How does group 4's person currently feel about them? How does group 4's person currently feel about them? How does group 4's person currently feel about them? Caution. And we have rejection. Interesting. We're also going to get this. Okay. How does group 4's person currently feel about them? 43 harvest. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. And we have number 21, sensuality. Your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. Okay. Alrighty. Group 4. Okay, your person. Okay, group 4, your person is definitely feeling some hurt here. And I don't think it's necessarily from you. I think it's from a previous heartbreak, if I'm being real here. They're afraid of being rejected, for sure. Being, like, abandoned and left out, left behind. And they're just really afraid of that feeling, being, like, this rejection here. It's, like, a very strong, like, no, I'm not going to be, you know, they're afraid of that. And they feel like that's what's going to happen. Like, you're going to reject them for whatever reason. And, like, I feel like whatever heartbreak they have gone through previously has really scarred them and left them in this feeling of just turmoil where they're just not ready to really move forward and let go of these fears. As they are somebody who is so giving and, you know, has always given their heart so freely, given and sacrificed for other people without expecting anything in return. And I feel like this last person that they had given their heart to just hurt them in such a way that now it's a little bit hard for them to trust. But don't get me wrong, because there's this energy here where they feel like you are just amazing. Because they see you, they put you on a pedestal. I mean, they think you're a queen. This Queen of Cups who is just divine and sweet and kind, and they think that you are, you know, someone who is loving and intuitive and, dare I say, magical. I mean, I feel like they think you are magical for some reason. That's coming to my head. They are not afraid to put forth the work in this connection in the future, because this harvest card is coming out here. They see how hard you work as well, and they really love that about you. They feel like you are somebody worth working at something with and building a future with, and they see that they see a future with you. They want a future with you. They want the whole 9 yards. Like, this Four of Wands is, for me, that's the soulmate card, you know. And with this Justice card here too, it's just all about really balance and feeling balanced in your relationship. And they feel like an equal, but they want at the same time, because this is an 8 card, it's not the same as traditional tarot numbers. In this deck, the Justice card is an 8, which is a strength card for me in traditional, which is making me think that they have a lot of strength to muster up in order for this to move forward and go anywhere else further, or where they really want it to go, because they do have a lot of sensuality toward you. They feel a lot of strong attraction toward you, and they are really in touch with you in like, I wouldn't be surprised if you felt a psychic pull to them as well with this conscious. I wouldn't be surprised if you felt a psychic pull to them with this consciousness card coming out as well. But they really do see a future with you. They feel a lot of this. They feel a lot of safe energy with you, comfort within you, and they think that they can really build a strong sense of trust within your relationship as well. And I think, like, with this orange energy, I also feel like they have a strong passion towards you. There's also this strong sexual energy coming up here as well, a sexual attraction toward you. So I would not be surprised if you were physically attracted to one another, in that sense as well. I do feel like this person is someone who really believes in how I do feel like this person is someone who really finds you very fair and emotionally balanced. I don't know if that's the right term, but they really admire that about you, and how, like, calm, cool, and collected you seem to appear. And they really love that about you. But yeah, there's just this feeling about, like, being really afraid of rejection here. It's here and here. It's a strong energy here with that rejection coming up. But we're going to finish off with advice and guidance from your spirit guides now. Advice and guidance from your spirit guides. So let's go ahead and see what advice and guidance you have for group 4, please, spirit advice. We have number 28. You are a child of the universe. What an honor it is to be a part of something so divine. Yes, it is. Seriously. Like, recognize how amazing you are, because this person certainly does. Oh my gosh. We also have number 12. There is no beginning or end to growth. You are forever expanding. There's a lot of energy here in your reading as well to threes. You have the 3 of Swords here. This is a 3. This is a 3. So there's a lot of energy to you really growing and expanding. So what is advice and guidance for group number 4, please, spirit? Advice and guidance for group 4. Advice and guidance for group 4. We also have another 3. Many things had to align for you to be here. The fact that you are on this earth now is an utter miracle. Seriously, another number 3, you guys. So you might be seeing a lot of 3s before you and this person come together. 3 is a very significant number for you, I feel like. And your back of the deck is number 17. Use your power to bring this world love and peace. It's beautiful. The focus is, you know. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, group 4, for your reading. It's amazing energy. That is where I'm going to leave your reading. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed it. And if you did, I'm going to take it into the extended now, where we are going to look at your person's intentions and their next actions toward you, what they're going to be. and we're going to get some channeled messages from your person's higher self, as well as some channeled songs. And the extended will be available over on Patreon, which I will link down below in case you're interested in joining our community over there. You will also have access to our exclusive pick a card readings, not available here on YouTube, including our monthly zodiac prediction readings, which I will have April up very soon. And yeah, you guys, that's really exciting. You'll have access to the other ones that I've already done in the past as well, and other exclusive content that I drop over there. So that's really exciting. But if you're going to leave me here, thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below and let me know how you enjoy this reading. And don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe and hit the little bell notification so that you don't miss a beat. I love having you a part of our family here. Thank you so much again for watching.